Hey guys, welcome back to Simply Airsoft. Today we're taking a look at the Elite Force CQC M4.
Oh cool, bullseye.
So this gun's small size packs a big punch. Now, I know you're probably looking at this gun and you're thinking this gun is only suitable for an indoor CQC kind of game, or hell, even as a secondary to a DMR in an outdoor game. But no, we've used this game outdoor plenty of times, both me and Anthony, and this gun works just fine outdoors. It can be up there with those other AEG, M4s, AKs. Of course, it can't reach that DMR roll or anything that can hit that range, but with the .25 Elite Force BBs that we were using, this gun performed flawlessly and could hit what we were looking at. And of course, we're not shooting anything that's farther than 100 feet away, but in most games like that, that's usually when you can see your enemy and your enemy can see you, and it worked just fine. Our BBs weren't dropping at those ranges. They could hit the target, and I'd say with .25 or .20 Elite Force BBs, this gun is just golden. It can't be beat. Externally, this gun is almost full polymer. The only metal parts on this gun would have to be the rail and the suppressor here, but everything else, like the lower, the upper, the forehand grip, the stock, all polymer, except for the buffer tube. That is also metal, but this is mainly a polymer gun, which makes it very light and very, very easy to run around with and sling on your airsoft gear, because it's so light, your arms don't get tired when using it. Like my MP5 that we reviewed earlier on our channel, you can go check that out if you want. That's a heavy gun, and after a few hours of playing with that, your arms get tired, and so does my shoulder because of the sling I use. But don't get me wrong, great gun, but it's heavy, and that's a huge factor for a gun like this, just the lightweight in general. If we go to the top here, on top of the iron rails, we do get a set of polymer flip-up iron sights. These sights are pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of them, though. This green dot is not included. We just put it on there because it works really, really well for this gun. If we move to the front here, we can see that we do have our full metal suppressor. No, it's not removable. I know some of you might think that stinks, but personally, I think it looks just fine with it, and I feel like it might look weird with it out. But you could do some easy customization here by just chopping that off and maybe putting a flash hider on there. That might look good, but that's something you do on your own. This orange tip is also not removable. I'm not sure how that would look without it. Haven't tried that either. Just don't take it off. I don't recommend that. This foregrip was included. It's really good because it's really great with this gun. The stock retract, you can really hold it really, really steady. I know some people like to grab from the magwell, and I tend to do that while I'm playing, but I find myself using the foregrip a lot more. It's just, with a gun of this size, it works really, really well. This is a multi-position retractable stock. It is a crane stock, so that means the battery can be held in the back here. But the stinker thing about that is it's kind of a pain in the ass to take out because there's a Phillips head. It's not just a pop-off thing. You have to unscrew the Phillips head right here to get that out, and then you have access to your battery. We tend to use our fingers with that, and you can unscrew it like that if you do it nice and lightly, so it's easier to do on the field. It can fit your standard crane stock battery size. Like we use our 9.6 nunchucks. Those fit just fine in there, and they work really well with the gun. The gun does come included with a standard 300 round polymer high cap. Feeds really well. We didn't have any problems with that. If you take a look on the side of the gun, you can see we have Elite Force trades right there. Those are really nice, but the kind of con about that is we get our warning, and this is not a toy label right here. That kind of detracts from the look of the gun. I prefer that to be a sticker, so it'd be something to peel off, but if they had to do that, they had to do that. Still didn't really like that. The trigger response on this gun is excellent. I mean, we can shoot this thing in semi-auto, and it is really fun and really good to shoot in full auto, but the semi-auto on this thing is great. The trigger response is just as fast as you can pull the trigger. That's as fast as it'll shoot. I know most AEGs can't really do that. I mean, heck, my Umarex MP5 can't do that. It doesn't have the best semi-auto, but this, I guess because it's an M4, We don't have that much experience with M4s, but because of that, it allows it to have a really good trigger, and it's just really easy to use on semi-auto. Like most M4s, if you pull the charging handle back right here, it reveals our hop-up unit, but I love this hop-up unit way more than most on M4s. Most of them have that gear that's inside there, and you really gotta stick your finger in there to turn it. This one's easy. It's just a wheel that sticks out this way, so it's really, really easy to change on the fly, in-game. Great hop-up system. Internally, this gun has a version 2 gearbox, completely upgradable with any kind of M4 gearbox upgrades out there on the market. It's great for that, completely upgradable, it'll work just fine. Even though, like I said with my Elite Force MP5, the gearbox is fine on its own, but if you want to upgrade it, yeah, go ahead. This gun's great for that. This gun is fully upgradable with M4 parts, so if you want to make this your gun, you could totally do that. With .20 Elite Force BBs, this gun crowed in about 325 to about 350 FPS, so that's great for both in and outdoor fields. Like I was talking about before, this gun is completely suitable for an outdoor field. I know most of you might be looking at this, but really listen to me guys, this gun is great for outdoors. Because of the trigger response, how fast the full auto is, this gun is perfect for outdoors and excellent for indoors, so I definitely recommend checking this out. If you're in the market for an M4 that looks a lot different and is a lot smaller and a lot more versatile than your standard M4. So that's about it, guys. I think I've covered just about everything on this gun. This is a fantastic gun. I highly recommend you pick it up. Not much I can really gripe about it, except for the warning label right here. I didn't like that. I'm never a fan of that on any gun, but... And maybe the iron sights, they look fine, but I'm not a huge fan of them. Besides that, performance-wise, this gun is fantastic. I highly recommend you check this gun out. So that's it for this review, guys. If you like this video, do us a favor and click that like button. And if you want to see more from us, click that subscribe button. So we'll catch you guys later.